Welcome back to my channel. Today we are back at Coronado Springs because we are doing a restaurant review. I mentioned in my past video of our resort tour that I was going to be doing one on Toledo's. Now this is a steakhouse that is on the 16th floor here at Coronado Springs, and I'm going to take you with me. I have not seen a single review of this restaurant. I don't know if this is a secret hidden gem that I am just now finding out about, or if it's something that I haven't heard about for a reason. So we're gonna try out some food, some appetizers, some drinks, and have a fun time. And I'm gonna bring you along with me, and so that way you will know if Toledo is a place that you want to go. This is a Spanish themed restaurant. There's gonna be tapas and other things that are there as well, and everything's gonna have a Spanish flair to it. So I'm really excited, and I am very, very hungry. So let's go. Right, when you do come up to the 16th floor, you do have the Dahlia Lounge to your right. And then Toledo is going to be over here to your left. All right, so we just got our table here at Toledo's, and here is the menu. Starting off with our tapas and starters, which we've got a Roja braised chorizo, pan con tomato, charred octopus, marinated olives, a romaine salad. They also have some of the chef's signature dinner for two here as well. Since it's just me tonight, we're not going to be getting any of those. These look really good, especially that seafood paella. We also have our entrees down here. We have some smoked pork chop, seared salmon, marinated lamb, filet of beef, a chicken, a bone-in ribeye for two, but you can also add some enhancements here. You have your sea scallops and shrimp. But before we get started on our food, let's find out what we're going to do for specialty cocktails. So they have several here that are gin-based or tequila-based. So those are my two favorite. They also have an espresso martini that also looks amazing. Probably going to get that for dessert, or maybe get that over at Dahlia's, but they have a tequila daisy, and if there's daisy in it, I just have to get it just for my little puppy that passed away named Daisy. So this is a tequila, grapefruit, lime, hibiscus, and soda water, and that sounds right up my alley anyways. So I think that's what we're going to start with. Another thing I'm noticing about the menu here too is that the descriptions online on the online menu do not match what is on the paper menu. Just for an example, the romaine salad here on the menu doesn't have the white anchovies or the soft cooked egg. So I don't know if it just doesn't come with that anymore, or if it's just missed off of this menu, which I would find that be hard because of allergies and stuff. You'd want to make sure you'd have all the ingredients. Okay, our drinks have been ordered, and now we are starting with an appetizer as well. The server, Paul, he was really nice and helped me figure out what I was going to get. So I'm getting the gambas al ajillo, which is the brick oven shrimp, garlic-infused olive oil, and herb butter and toasted bread. He said it's absolutely phenomenal and it's delicious. I'm really excited to try it because none of them just stuck out to me. So hopefully this will be like a secret hidden gem that I can show you guys. All right, so our tequila daisy just got here. It's very cute, served with a lime as well. So again, this drink is going to be tequila, grapefruit, lime, hibiscus, and soda water. So it should be really nice and light and refreshing. Ooh, it's a little strong. You can definitely taste the grapefruit in there, which is one of my favorite things about it. I love anything with grapefruit flavor. And that soda water really mixes everything together. It kind of cuts the tartness of the grapefruit and the tequila and makes it very smooth and light and refreshing. So one of the things about this whole entire resort is that it's Spanish and Southwest American themed. And this restaurant specifically, and the tower specifically, are really themed after Salvador Dali, the artist. And you can really tell it in all of the art aspects and different items that they did in this restaurant, including the ceiling. So the ceiling is this intricate, stained glass that it changes color, and it is so cute and gorgeous. Just the atmosphere in here, it's really loud, but it's beautiful in here. Okay, our appetizer is here, and it looks really good. There's a lot of olive oil in here. It looks like it's going to be very garlicky as well, which I love. can't have too much garlic in my opinion. We've got this nice crusted bread too. So the server, Paul, he told me the best way to eat it is to dip the bread into the olive oil, get it nice and coated, and then add a piece of shrimp and eat it all together at the same time. So that's what we're gonna do because I trust him. He's an expert. Now these are served with the tail on, which is not my favorite thing, especially when they're hot, just because I burn myself every time. Or I end up getting oil all over myself. All right, let's see how this is. This is very hot. Okay, so I might have burnt off my fingerprints on my fingers because it's so hot, but it's very good. The olive oil is very much infused with this garlic. It's got a heavy garlic flavor, and I'm not complaining about it. Very good. The shrimp are a little overcooked, but not bad. There is a slight spicy kick to this, and it's really good. It's really nice, good appetizer. I approve of this. There are peppers that are in here, spicy peppers, that are cooked into the olive oil, so it does have that nice kick to it, and it's that good spice that makes your mouth tingle a little bit. Pro tip, if you do not want to burn your fingers off, just use a fork and knife like a human being. I don't know why I didn't think of that before I did that, but this is working much better. Okay, I'm going to do the filet of beef.
How would you like that?
Medium rare, please.
Medium rare?
And then I'm going to do the salmon as well.
Those two are my top two favorites.
Oh, good. So I've made a good pick. All right, so we ended up getting 2 different entrees because I just wanted to try a couple of different things that they had. And since I wasn't totally blown away by any of the descriptions of the tapas, I figured I'd get, instead of 2 entrees, or excuse me, instead of 2 tapas, I decided to get 2 entrees instead. So the first one that we're going to go with is the salmon. Now, the salmon is served over top of a asparagus puree, and it is actually served with seasonal vegetables, which happen to be also asparagus. And it looks like there's some tomatoes in here, and there's some other little items, and I'm just not sure what they are, but this looks really, really delicious, and I can't wait to dig in. But we also got the filet of beef. Now this is served with a forest mushrooms, red wine date demi, and a truffle vinaigrette. And it also looks like it has some mashed potatoes here too. So I'm excited to try all of these, but first we're going to start with the salmon. Okay, so the salmon is cooked very, very well. The outsides are just a little bit crispy, which I cook salmon all the time at home, and that's what happens when you cook it correctly. The outside's going to get a little crunchy because you're going to have that olive oil or that butter that you're cooking it in. That's going to give it a nice texture on the outside. It's a little crispiness. Sometimes the outside will, and the ends will get a little bit overcooked because of that, but it's a nice little sear that really locks in the moisture for the rest of the filet. And when you get in to the filet of fish, it is so good. It's just buttery and melts in your mouth. Great flavor to it. It's very subtle, not overdone, which I appreciate. Sometimes people try to go overboard and try to make it too fancy, and just sometimes let the meat taste the way it needs to taste. But I am going to try it with some of this asparagus puree. I did have it on the first bite, but I didn't really taste a lot of it, so I want to make it more of a point. Okay. It doesn't really add a lot of flavor to it. I don't mean this in a bad way. It tastes like what I would assume baby food tastes like because it doesn't have a lot of flavor to it. It's just a puree of asparagus. I'm not complaining about it. It's beautiful on the plate. It makes the presentation very, very nice. I just don't think it's really there for the flavor. However, there is also this tomato and onion that is on this mixture. And I tried a little bit of these pieces here. They don't look like it, but they taste like potato. And they're really good. So I tried these 2 together. Really, really good. So it has the texture similar to a potato, but it's not quite. It's off. It's not a potato. Or maybe it is, and it's just cooked differently. This is going to drive me crazy. It's not in the description, so I don't know what it is. It's good. It adds another level of texture to the dish, which I appreciate. So, very good. I haven't tried the asparagus yet, so let's get into that. Well done. Well done on the asparagus. I'm very picky on how that's cooked because I cook it so much at home. I don't want it overcooked that it's slimy, but I want it cooked enough because I don't want it to be like raw, because that raw bitterness that comes from asparagus is it's just not a good flavor to me. So you have to have this like perfect little, in between. Like I don't know what to call it. There's a sweet spot for asparagus to be cooked, and this is where it is. And you can tell that what they cooked it with was olive oil, salt, and pepper. And that's all you need. That's all you need to bring out the flavors of asparagus. And they did a very good job of that. Very happy with that. So the salmon dish, I will rave about this because they cooked it exactly how I would cook it at home. And I don't mean to say I'm like this great chef or anything, but there are a few things that I cook very well. And these are two of them, asparagus and salmon. And these are cooked and flavored well. They let the meat and the vegetables shine the way they should. So very good, very much approved.
Steak, the chef
Yes.
suggested to get a piece of the steak first with nothing.
Okay.
The second one, mix it with the demi-glace and
Okay.
the bread with blue cheese, so you're going to have different flavors in it.
Oh, okay. Thank you. Okay, so next up we are trying the filet of beef. This looks so good. It's cooked. I asked for medium rare, and it is medium rare. It's almost rare, and I'm definitely okay with that. The chef suggested to Paul to have me eat a bite of the filet on its own, and then the next one try it with the demi, and then try it with the blue cheese. That each one will bring out a different flavor. So I'm going to follow those directions. It is nicely seasoned, perfectly cooked, very buttery. Very good. All right, so I'm going to follow the chef's directions. All right, so now I'm trying it with the demi. It definitely does change the flavor. It gives it more of a chocolate taste. Now, this is a date demi-glaze, and when I have it with the steak, it tastes like chocolate. I don't know if that's what it's supposed to do, but that's what my taste was tasting right now. It's more of a chocolate flavor to it. I'm going to try it with this blue cheese breading here. I don't like blue cheese, but it doesn't look like it's got blue cheese in it. It's weird. I know. So I'm going to try a little bit of this though, because I've learned that when you have really good chefs, you may not have liked something, but you try it anyways because you may not have had it done correctly. I'm trying to figure out what it is that I'm tasting when I try it with the blue cheese breading that they have. It tastes familiar. It tastes like something I've had before, like the two mixed together. I can't put my finger on it. Like I can't even think of words right now, apparently. But it has a very distinct flavor. I think the way I like the steak the best is just by itself. I just love the flavor of the steak. Again, when you have good cuts of meat, you don't need to overdo it. Just let it shine. Cook it properly, which they did. I mean, this is cooked beautifully, and the cut is very, very good. There is no insu. There's no fat in this. It's a super great cut of meat and buttery. When you have steak like this, you don't need everything else, but I do appreciate when they give you different options. I would say I probably like the demi-glaze more than I like the blue cheese crumble or breading that they have. The steak on its own is just absolutely delicious. I do want to try these potatoes that come with it though. They look really smooth and creamy. They look that way because they are that way. And it tastes a little bit of garlic in there too. Again, they let the food shine without overdoing it. Very good dish. Very good. All right, so to finish up our meal here, I had to get dessert. Normally I do not. If you've seen any of my other reviews, I'm not a big sweets person, but I had to get this one. And once you see it, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. So this is themed after Daisy Duck, and it's a strawberry mousse with a lemon cake and a lavender ganache. So they set it up to look like Daisy. So the bottom is going to be the lemon chiffon cake, so it's yellow just like her feet. White chocolate medallion that is right in between. And it's kind of like this green color. It's supposed to represent her skirt. And then you have the pink strawberry mousse topped with the lavender ganache. And they even have little flowers on it that look like the ones from the Living with the Land. And then it's also garnished with some strawberries and strawberry syrup on the side. And it looks absolutely beautiful. And because it was strawberry, lavender, and lemon, and named after Daisy Duck, I absolutely had to try this. These are all my favorite things, strawberry and florals and Daisy Duck. So we're just gonna dig in here. So the strawberry mousse has more of a less of a mousse flavor and more of like a mochi flavor. If you ever had like mochi ice cream, it's got that kind of texture. It's kind of chewy but smooth at the same time, like a mousse would be. So like you can even see it kind of has some of the same texture to it. But that's what it reminds me of. Is my strawberry mochi ice cream that I love. Definitely not as chewy as mochi. Definitely breaks down a lot better. But just with the outer coating and the mousse itself, kind of gives off that vibe. The lavender ganache is very, very good. It has a nice floral tone to it. There's very little of it on here. So when you're mixing it all together, it's a very undertone of a flavor, but it tastes very, very good. And you can definitely taste the lavender in there when you taste it on its own. And the strawberries on the side just add a nice little freshness to it as well, because this is a pretty dense mousse. Light and refreshing, but dense. And I really like this. This is right up my alley of my desserts, and not a lot of desserts are like this at Disney, so I approve. So Toledo has just become, I think, my favorite restaurant of all of Disney World. From the fantastic drinks to the entrees, it was just completely out of this world, and I was blown away. Chico's has always been one of my very favorite restaurants here because of their steak, and their filet is delicious. However, this filet here at Toledo surpassed it, and that salmon was just spectacular. I cannot rave about this anymore. Now, the tapas were not my favorite. I wasn't blown away by the shrimp or any of the other ones. They didn't seem super appetizing to me. However, the entrees and the dessert really hit the spot. This would definitely be a restaurant that I would 100% recommend to anybody that is coming to Disney and looking for a romantic, upscale dining experience. The service was spectacular, the food was delicious, and the atmosphere, though noisy, was great, and the views from the top of the tower were absolutely beautiful as well. So next time you're coming to Disney, put this on your list because I would highly recommend it. But until next time, I'm Shannon with One Spark of Magic, wishing you the most magical of days. Bye-bye.